Welcome back to Unfiltered Sentiments. I'm Rae,
I'm Tash.
and today we're going to be doing the final portion of our relationship series, and we're going to be talking about family.
Mm, family.
Familia.
Yes, supposed to be the most important relationship, but it usually ends up being the most toxic.
Have you stressed the hell out? Like, I've been seeing some gray hairs behind some of this ish.
I've had gray hair since I was 3 when my hair started growing, so
Well, damn.
that should tell you how stressful my family is.
Well, damn. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I
So,
was lying, but I'm not.
side note, the internet acting a fool. I think this versus then did something to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of streaming happening right now. We're recording at the same time as the Patty and Gladys versus battle, which probably wasn't a great idea, but so what? So if we glitch, we'll start going like this. That's the reason why.
What?
I'm just preparing them. If our voice start going in and out. That's why it's the internet.
It's not our fault. It's the internet.
Don't blame us.
See, it's already starting, damn it.
And we do not have Teddy Riley internet either. Okay, you're frozen.
This is awful.
I don't know how productive this episode's gonna be, but y'all gonna get it. That's it.
Yes, no, for real. We said we was gonna come. We give y'all what y'all want, so y'all get it.
And y'all getting it on Tuesday instead of Monday. Yes. And that's gonna be on my birthday. Okay.
Yes. Happy early birthday. We need to make sure y'all go spam up the comments, go everywhere, and make sure you tell Tosh happy birthday. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your cousin, they granny, they grandpa, they auntie. Everybody should be telling her happy birthday.
Is everybody in the club getting tipsy? Not really because of Rona, but Anyway, all right. Looks like we might be working again. We're not frozen, so let's try to get through this.
Yeah. We're gonna stop bullshitting y'all. So, anyways, once again, we're talking about family. This is gonna get a little spicy, of course.
Real.
I
just see a face just stuck. See?
Okay, there you go.
Damn it.
This is funny.
Listen, y'all just gonna have to listen to this shit, and just we've restarted Zoom. We've checked our internet connections. It's really not much we can do.
Tosh Rae, throw hands.
So just deal with it. You watched. Exactly. You dealt with. I mean, I am. I'm not gonna lie. I am ready to throw hands. But if they get through this, okay. If you need me to put some music on in the background to make you feel like you're watching the verses, I can do that too. I heard Nelly's was horrible, and y'all watched that too. So, listen. All right, don't give up on us. Okay. All right.
I second that.
Shit. Okay.
I second that. So, family, man. Look, I'm gonna just say it straight up. I am the black sheep of my shit. Like, I feel like I'm the black sheep of my family. Like, I'm that cousin that don't attend shit. I'm that cousin that really don't talk to nobody. I'm that cousin that don't check in. I'm just in my own zone, doing my own thing.
Zone. Okay, Swiss. No, but seriously, it's his birthday today too. Another Virgo, told y'all Virgos are wonderful people. But anyway, no, I am the black sheep too, and it's the same. Most of my family doesn't see me or hear from me except for some social media likes here or there, but I was prepared for this. I knew that this was going to be my life a long time ago, and I prepared my family for it. I let them know back in the days. I told them, I said, I'm going to be the relative that grows up and moves far away. Okay. And, send y'all money sometimes if you need it and stuff, but that's it. You're not really going to see me like that. And I've pretty much stuck to that. I've moved I don't send them money though. I've decided that that's not what I want to do in life, unless
Right.
somebody really, really needs it, you know.
Hmm.
And that's it. You know, I'm here. That's it. Some people think that I still live all the way in Texas. Shit, I have some family members that think that I'm still in New York, and I haven't been in New York since 2014. So,
Right.
I mean, that right there should let you know just how serious it is.
Shame on them, goddammit. Shame on them.
You know, I just feel like, once certain family members start to pass away, like the elders and the people that hold together certain units of your family, like once they start to pass away, shit just starts going left.
Yeah, it does. It's like you just lose all of the
The glue.
yeah, the glue and the gems they dropped and all that stuff. You just like whatever. You just everything falls apart. I mean, that's definitely
Yep.
what happened in my family, for
Yep.
sure.
Like my aunts started to pass away, and they were like the ones that was like, ooh, they held all this shit together. Once that started
Yeah,
happening, wasn't nobody seeing me, definitely, because I really didn't care. And then it's like, your parents start to go next, and it's like, okay, well, now I don't really need to talk to you for anything, because
yo,
my daddy was the only reason that I was up here. um
yo.
so
You better
yeah.
quit preaching to the choir right now. Goddamn it. You come on.
Just saying, if you're not, I feel like in family, like it's cliques. You still have cliques, even though it's a family. Like it's cliques, and if you're not part of the clique, nobody's really trying to fuck with you anyway. But then they try to make it seem like it's you.
Right.
Oh, you don't ever come around. You only show up to the funerals. Motherfucker, when did you ever call me?
Yep.
Y'all wasn't looking for me. Now everybody wants me to come back, right? And I don't care who's listening. Like, y'all know how I feel. I love y'all and stuff, but I'm not sugarcoating this shit, okay? Motherfuckers want me, when you gonna come to New York? I wanna see my cousin.
Fake
Right?
shit.
Talking about my son, right? Yeah, my son's 5. We lived in New York and New Jersey for about a year and a half after he was born. Wasn't nobody checking for us. Now, oh, come running back. Oh, please let us know when you come. No, no, I'm not gonna do that. If I don't fuck with you like that, and our bond is just heavy and tight already, no, I'm not letting nobody know shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That you man, you preach to the choir right now. I swear to God, like my pops passed away in 2008, right? It's now 2020 and his sisters, and like I said, I really don't give a fuck who listens to this, who hears it. Good. Um, but his sisters, I haven't spoke to them since he passed away. Do you know
Wow.
that? Get this. My father is the only boy. He the only guy, only son, or whatever.
Mhm.
When he was alive, everybody went crazy because he's the only, brother.
Mhm.
Man, it's like when he died, it's like, his kids, they didn't really matter. They was like, oh well. I just got one cousin. Shout out to you, Angie. Love you. Um, she always make sure we good, make sure we, straight check in on us. Nobody else really care. They don't even. It's like we
Trust
don't
me.
exist no more. We died with him, type shit.
First of all, half of my cousins and the remaining let me not say remaining aunts, because technically all of my aunts passed before my father did, but the in-laws, right? The ones that was married to the uncles and stuff, those are still my aunts. But like them cousins, distant cousins, whoever, some of them didn't even show up to my father's funeral. Mind you, my father was at everybody's funeral,
Hmm.
okay? Everybody's funeral. Half the time we had to hold him up to get him there because he was sick, or, you know what I'm saying, something. He still found his way to get there. But we heard so many excuses because, oh, we had the service earlier in the day instead of at night, so we didn't give nobody a chance. So you trying to tell me you don't got bereavement at work? You don't
Right.
got bereavement. You can't take a day off from work to go to a funeral.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So once that happened, I was like, well, my father's gone. I don't really have no ties to y'all like that now. Like we may have grown up together, but you couldn't come make it to the funeral. I don't got shit to say to you. Like I got, like you said, like one cousin, right? Doughboy. I'll see him soon. Like me and him, we stay tight. We stay in communication via Instagram. But we grew up together. Our birthdays are 2 weeks apart. Our fathers were a year and a half apart. So they was best friends to the point that my uncle literally passed away 3 months after my father
It's
because
crazy.
yeah, because it was like too much for him. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Other than that, everybody else is like, you cool, you
Right.
cool, but that's about it.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And it'd be annoying too because like you will think like, oh, you why you didn't call me? You got my number, you know where to call me. You don't call me. Why I gotta call you? And all this like because I feel like you need to make sure we're the younger ones, right? Let me make sure I'm explaining this right. We're the younger ones. Like let's say for instance, I'm gonna just make a random person. I'm not gonna say her real name, a real aunt name. I'm gonna say her name is I don't know, Lisa. No, can't say Lisa. I'm gonna use another name. Shonda.
Okay.
Auntie Shonda. I'm gonna say Auntie Shonda. So okay, Auntie Shonda, you knew me. You watched me grow up, right? You've helped take care of me. We didn't have a bond like that though, right? We didn't have that open dialogue. Um, the way I look at it is this: if I'm grown now, grown ass woman, got my own family, whatever. You doing you. Why wouldn't you want to keep up with it? Your
Mm-hmm.
brother's kids. If you love your brother
Mm-hmm.
so much, you care about your brother so much, but then he dies and you really don't give a fuck about his kids. So
Yep.
how do you
Trust me.
expect us to be comfortable with
Right.
calling you?
Exactly. Like why am I gonna want to reach out to you if
Yeah,
you're not even reaching out to me? Yeah.
exactly.
Trust me. I know.
Yeah. So
Because
shoot.
that's exactly how it was on our end.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't hear you.
It-
Yeah, what?
um,
You got frozen. I didn't hear shit.
Look, it's lagging again. So I heard you. You probably late.
Okay.
Listen, don't judge us, damn it. Just listen.
We're trying to push our way through this, okay? My bad. Anyway, listen, it's all said and done. My father's family, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know I love them. But I've never lived my life where I need to beg anybody
Mhm.
to accept me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
friends, family, whoever. I don't need to force myself into a situation. I don't need to force myself into a group. I don't need to beg you to come and reciprocate love or, you know what I'm saying, anything to me.
Right.
Unfortunately, my family sees me when people dies,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate, but that's just what it is. So the
Mhm.
last time we've seen each other was back in 2012. No, well, last time most of us seen each other was 2012 when my cousin was murdered. Then my father and my uncle passed in 2014, but like I said, nobody really showed up to my dad's funeral and my uncle's funeral. People were there, but I wasn't really messing around with them because I was still grieving. This was only 3
Yeah.
months after, my father. It's not even like I wasn't really like trying to socialize and be hanging out and ha 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 and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, like I love y'all, but I'm not begging nobody to accept me or to want me around or anything. Like, yeah, see me on Facebook, say what you gotta say. Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
I miss you, whatever. Cool. I'm gonna say it back, but that's about it. And like for me, that's like my only family. Unfortunately, my mom's family is non-existent, so got deal with the whole European, Spanish, racist people. So I don't know them. Like I know my mom's aunt. She's the only one that has sense. I mean, my mom's aunt, my mom's sister, which is my aunt. She's the only one that has sense, and it's not being all like, oh, you're black. Nigga, you black too. You Puerto Rican. The fuck. Like, so I know her, but everybody else, they like non-existent for us.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like, well, that's the only part of the family I have, and yeah, not really checking for me. I'm not really checking for you. It's unfortunate, but I mean, what can we do, right?
Right. It's nothing we could do. It is, I guess, if you really, really yearn it and really want. Yeah, obviously, some those of you listening might say, "Well, why don't y'all just not be stubborn and just reach out?" because I don't fucking
Because
want
I've
to.
done that. I've
And
done
I've
it.
done that, and it didn't come out. Like, it didn't come out like that. Like, I don't want to continue to chase you. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. Thank you.
That's what I'm not gonna do. Like you said, try to force your acceptance or love
Yeah.
or nah.
Anything. Yeah.
Mm-mm,
Like I'm not
that
doing
ain't
it.
it.
It's like I said,
Mm.
like I said, like it's clicks. Like with school, family, all of that. There's always clicks, and it seems like family. They always have the clicks. The family members that are in close proximity to each other, they click up and whatever. And if they spent every single weekend together, but you weren't there for every weekend, you start to become the outside. Like you're the outside of the
Outsiders.
crowd now. Yeah, you're the outsider. And I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's not meant to be a part of the clique. I'm good not being a part of the clique. Like, we here, I see you, we cool, I got you, but
Right,
I'm not
right.
running after you, unfortunately.
No, no.
And I feel like you said, like, some people like might be like, well, why not stop being stubborn and reach out or whatever. It's not always necessary. Like,
Hmm.
family's
Yes.
family because we don't have a choice. We're born into it. But doesn't mean that we have to keep in touch with these people, and we just have to keep these relationships going just based off of the word family. Because like I said in the beginning, a lot of times those are the most toxic relationships. And if you're not going to get the respect that you need as a person, you need to create boundaries. Just like we
Right,
talked about last episode with friends, you still need boundaries with your family members. And sometimes boundaries mean not talking to a motherfucker. So what?
right. Yeah, yeah.
So what?
Don't mean I hate you at all.
Right. It just means I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, that's very true. My mom's side, for me, my mom's side is a little different. A lot of everybody, them old heads, passed away. Blue, they passed away or whatever, and now it's kind of like us, myself, younger cousins, a few older cousins, and we all in our own world. So it's really not there is no real like
Bonding.
unity.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at all. Like we all just do our own thing, and it's no beef. That shit that I know of. I'm way out here in Texas, and so if it is, I really don't care.
Hmm.
To be real, like, and it's probably petty.
It's always petty.
It's always petty shit.
Always
Like,
petty. And with my family, you got the old heads that then got on social media. So I find out about the family drama through Facebook.
yeah.
When niggas start making the post, oh, oh, now you want to be talking shit, but when you needed some money and you wanted me to come down and meet you at this train station and give you money, I gave it to you, but now you want to be, and it's like, this be the status.
Hmm.
Who the fuck you talking to and why you on Facebook with that shit?
Right.
And I remember one time I tried to be the mediator. I tried to, like, I inboxed my cousin because she older, mad older, right? This
Hmm.
was a few years back, but it was like after my dad passed. And I remember, matter of fact, I'm lying. I didn't inbox nobody. I made a status like, yo, y'all wildin', son. Like,
Yeah.
you might be new to Facebook, I don't know, but this is not the place to be like airing out the family laundry. And one of them, she had the nerve to inbox me. Oh, don't try to act like you care about the family now because this, that, and the third. And after my mother died, wasn't nobody checking on me. I was like, first the fuck of all, when your mother died, I was a kid still. Okay, what
What?
the fuck you wanted me to do? What the fuck you wanted me to do? When your mother died, I was a kid, ma'am. Okay, I wasn't an adult. I was a kid. Second of all, my father still dragged his raggedy, broken down, every disease in the world ass up to the Bronx from Brooklyn every goddamn weekend, even after your mother died. Your ass was somewhere else doing
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you was doing. Fine, whatever. Why are we talking about this right now? I don't know. But now you want to bring up parents and funerals? I didn't see you at my father's funeral. Y'all wasn't in none of my inboxes or calling me or my sisters to see if we was okay after my father died. So shut the fuck up. And you know what? You want to embarrass yourself? Go ahead. Get back the fuck on Facebook and keep arguing. And
Right.
that's what I was like, fuck them. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
dare you? And
Like,
that be the
hell no.
shit.
Yeah. It should be wow. That's why I don't be really on Facebook like that. I really need, I mean, for the sake of our podcast, I probably need to get back on to be a little more active. But listen,
You ain't missing nothing except for old people arguing. That's all you miss. That's all that's on Facebook nowadays. And then they turn around and 2 weeks later they're best friends.
Right.
Okay, so no.
No,
Uh-uh.
for real. Like that should be wild. It just, it'd be crazy. I know all y'all, all of our listeners, most of them at least. I know y'all family did have some type of argument over some money.
Just say it. You know our black listeners. Like that's what you want to say. Money always comes into play.
Yo,
Always.
it'd be like $20 and niggas is
Yep.
tight.
I was just about to say that. Yep. $20. That's it. I remember my cousin. Um, it don't matter where you would see him at or where you would link up with him. Like shit, my father was on life support at the hospital and this motherfucker. Yo, cuz, can I borrow $5? What? No, you cannot borrow $5 right now, my man. Like you need to get a job or something. Like, and there's always that cousin, and they get mad at you. But you're supposed to be respectful. But yes, I am respectful, and I have a respectful job, and you should respect yourself and get a fucking job too. I don't need to give you money every time I see you that you're not gonna pay me back.
Like I need to claim you on my taxes, nigga.
Right? Like no.
Yeah, no, that should be wild too, cause it be them relatives too that don't want a job and be mad as fuck cause you don't want to get them no money, bro. You are able body. Why? Why should I just for what? Do I look like Bank of America?
Yes, you do.
You feel me? Like, and niggas be charging me up when I be going. Sometimes when I go back to Cali, niggas be like, yo, do. I heard you got it. Oh, yo, chill. I don't know what you
I
heard.
ain't got it.
I ain't got it.
I ain't got
And
it.
it ain't the truth.
I got bills.
It ain't the truth. It's a whole lie. Look at me in my eyes. Look at me.
Where
It's a
10
lie.
years ago, I was like, nope, I can't help you. My parents just moved out, so I got rent to pay.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to believe me then. Now, I'm glad. Like, that's the one thing I'd be excited to have a kid about. I ain't got no money for nobody. I have a child. You want me to take food out my son's mouth for you? Nope. Can't help you.
That shit got me dead. Just the way you just, the way this nigga doing it, like.
All right, I'm sorry. You know I can't be regular though. I can't. I can't help it.
I'm dead.
I gotta be animated.
I'm dead as fuck. I'm about to start claiming people kids my fucking self. Like, yeah, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I got a kid on the way. Since when? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's
Just
on the way in about 5 years, but I gotta start preparing now.
Got that bun in the oven. Damn it.
Oh my
Still
God.
baking.
No, but seriously, like like I said, like family, I love family, but sometimes, man, you gotta have those boundaries.
Yeah, for sure.
And like also at the same time too though, like, you got the family you was born into, but then you got family, like your family that you create as far as friends, not even just like
for sure.
having children and stuff, but like friends, like, you guys, I consider you guys my family. I literally write your wife down as my sister, even though if someone was to see us together, they're gonna be like, you're fucking lying. And I'm gonna be like, prove it. She has a Spanish last name, I have a Spanish last name. It's not the same, but prove it. Prove that I'm lying. You can't, right? She's my sister. But that's important. It's important to create your family and know like what friends you can really, really count on and that you can really include in that umbrella.
Yeah.
Sometimes, unfortunately, you have friends that you can count on way more than your actual blood family, and it's just that's
crazy.
Just what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sad. It's super sad to me because I feel like you see a lot of people with the tattoo, FOE, and I personally don't know if I would get that tatted on me because I don't think people really stand by that. I've seen a lot of things in my little time on this world.
Your little time.
I'll say little time because I'm not old. I'm young.
Right. Okay. Okay.
But I've seen a lot of things, and you just like family over everything. My ass. Ooh. What am I
Yeah,
missing?
because they be like, blood is thicker than water. It
Is
is,
it?
you're right.
Yeah.
It's a little bit thicker. It's not that much thicker. It's a little bit, but I'd rather drink water than blood.
Man, cause y'all, man, like I've seen some crazy shit, and I mean, I guess I'll say on a good thing. Everybody, do you have one of those aunties or uncles like the drunk ones? That's fucking hilarious. I know you got a
Oh
story. I
my
know you got a
God.
story.
Y'all know I always got stories over my aunt. I miss her so much. It's just everybody's favorite aunt. My auntie Rose, she passed away in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Son, her and her husband, Uncle Cliff, talk about wanting to have some comedy that you don't have to pay for, like a good comedy show. Like this was like Jerry Springer in
Shit.
action, like real live action Jerry Springer. These
Mm-hmm.
niggas, they would get drunk. They always would be drinking vodka,
Ooh,
right? Just vodka. That was my family. That's their drink. Just cheap ass vodka.
Taka vodka.
Just cheap. Georgie. It's the cheap shit, right? They could buy a big ass gallon for like $5. And for some reason, my uncle, he is Panamanian though. He used to use you heard of that clamato juice shit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that is? But
Right.
that was his shit.
Disgusting.
Yes, he would have that shit for his vodka. And these
Mm.
motherfuckers would just be throwing that shit back straight. They get drunk. He'd be like, Rosalie, because my aunt's name was Rosalie because they from the South, so everybody had two names. Rosalie, get over here. See Panamanian drunk, get over here. And she like, who the fuck you think you talking to? Mind you, Auntie Rose was my size. There was nothing big about her at all except for her mouth. And they start arguing back and forth, and you be sitting there like, nigga. And then she be like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I'm dancing. Some music come on, and she fuck you, and she just start dancing. She get up on the table, mind you. She get up on the table at the kids' party. Hop up on the table. It's time to dance.
We all got them, I swear.
Fun. And then they wake up the next morning like nothing happened. They best friends. They making breakfast. You want some orange juice, baby? Yep. I'll take whatever you got.
Hell yeah.
I'm not saying no to nobody.
Right.
Because the shit I saw last night, give it to me.
Right. Just give me it all. I may or may not drink it, but give it to me.
But I'm gonna drink it on today.
Cause y'all on some next level shit.
Yes. Yes. And then my father and my uncles, they would start singing. They would just be doo-wopping. Like my uncle had like a doo-wop group, him and some of his friends, but everybody gets together. Once they get drunk, they throw on all the oldies, start singing. And you sitting there like a kid trying to join in. And my father's favorite line, he'd be like, no, you gotta sing it with your chest. You gotta bring it from down here. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes. And you'd be like, okay, drunk, spitting all over you.
Ooh,
all right,
yes.
back up.
Yes.
Back up.
Oh my gosh. Breath snake.
Yes. Smelling like mad liquor. And you just there like a little kid, like, what the fuck is going
Niggas' breath
on?
used to be, their breath used to be so
They be
sour.
sweating. Cause you know your old ass aunts and
Yo.
uncles is not even your parents. They was not putting no air conditioners on all night long.
Mm-mm.
Okay. They had the windows open and the fans blowing. They be in there sweating like crazy.
Right. Bucket of chicken
Spitting
head
all over
in
you.
their face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frying chicken in the kitchen.
Yo, and the chicken used to be fire.
Banging, son. It's like, how the fuck did you cook this and you can't even stand up straight? But this shit is mad good, so I'm just gonna eat it and go back in the kids' room.
Niggas is pros at this shit. I remember the kids' table too. Did y'all have that little one with the drawings on it? What you had?
Oh, we had the go in the kids' room. Like, just leave
A
the whole
room.
living room altogether. Take this plate, go in the room over there, because we talking. That's what we had.
Yo, we had a table. Yo, quick story. We had a table, so we always ate at a table. So my cousin had an issue with eating. Like she never wanted to eat, yo.
What?
And yes. It's the funniest shit because, like, let's say for instance, I will make some fish. She'll make some salad because you always gotta have a
Gotta
salad
have
whatever you
salad with
make.
the fish. Yes. With the French salad dressing.
Exactly, the French salad dressing. Exactly, and and then I don't know. Sometimes she do French fries, which defeats the fucking purpose. But
It does. You always had to have something. It was either rice or French fries with it, though.
yeah, exactly. So boom, got my 2 pieces of fish, got my plate. My other 3 cousins, we good. We got ours. Fish don't take that fucking long to eat. You
Nope.
know what I'm saying? Yo, my cousin, she used to sit at the table like she'd be the last nigga to eat. Like the last one done. Like we've been done for like an hour already.
She's still at the table.
This nigga's still at the table, bro. Like she's still sitting there at the table. And we're
No.
like, yo, why you just don't eat? I don't want this. I don't want no more. My mama go, nigga, you gonna be sitting there all night. But I don't want no more. So the motherfucker would fill her fucking mouth up with food and
And
then
hold
ask to
it.
go to the bathroom.
What? Spit it out.
And she'll go and spit that shit out.
Oh
I knew it.
my god.
So every time
No.
she had that ball in her fucking on her
Her
cheek, I'm
mouth.
like, this motherfucker about to go spit it out. So we used to do little shit like when her mama leave, like, yo, I swear to God, she'd be at the table for hours, bro. Just hours. Like nigga used to fall asleep and all.
No. That was my sister when she was little. She used to spend the night at the table, yo.
I can't even get this shit out, yo. That shit used to be funny as fuck. I still
Oh
make
my
fun of this motherfucker to this
god.
day about this shit because we used to have to eat her food for her,
No.
bro. Like she used to be
I
sitting
used to
there
do
with
that at home.
what?
I wouldn't eat. Like, I would just take mad long to eat, and I would sit there and just hold it in my mouth. Like, I would hold the rice in my mouth because I didn't want to eat it no more. Like, my father just used to give us white rice with everything. Every fucking thing, and I was tired of it. So I would eat a little bit, and then I just wouldn't be hungry no more. I'd just be sitting there. They'd be like, "You need to finish eating." And I'm like, "No, I'm full." No, you need to finish eating. No, I really don't want to. And then I just put the food in my mouth. Have another spoon. And I'm like, all
Yeah.
right. And I just put the spoons in my mouth, and then I would just hold it there. But when I went somewhere else, I went to the other family member's house. No, I didn't want to miss out on the fun, so I would what? I would scarf
Yeah.
that shit
Bust that
down.
bitch down. Yeah.
Or if they made me something that I really didn't like that much, I knew that nobody would be paying attention because they'd be all drunk or somewhere in a room talking to each other. And they always gave us paper plates. Like the kids always had paper plates if you went to one of my aunt's house.
Hold
So I
that
would
bitch
just
up.
like, yep, I would eat a little bit of food and then I know nobody would be there and I would just fold it up. Because I knew if I put it in the garbage, they're gonna see it and then everybody's gonna get in trouble. And of course, I was probably the queen of doing shit you wasn't supposed to do, but
Right.
not getting caught. I would always
Yes.
pretend like I had no idea what was going on and nobody could prove it. So I didn't want to get anyone in trouble. So I was like, let me fold it up.
Yeah.
Just stuff it in the garbage somewhere.
Yo.
That is funny.
It's hilarious. I mean, to this
Just to
day,
fall asleep.
this motherfucker still. To this day, I'll be like, bro, you remember you used to be sitting at the table for hours because your mom wouldn't let you get up because you didn't want to eat your food. She's like, I didn't want that shit to this day. I knew, but why? Why you just didn't swallow that motherfucker? Your mama had to feed you type shit to get you to fucking. Yo, the shit was
Yo,
hilarious.
and it's true when they say like what you do like as a kid comes back to you when you have children.
Yeah.
My son just sits at the table and he just holds the food in his mouth. And I'm like, son, eat.
Eat.
Like, he tried
Yeah.
to spit the food out in the toilet today. Oh, I have a headache. I just want to go to sleep. Can I
Yeah.
just spit it out? No, just chew it and swallow it. He's like,
Yeah.
no, it's making my head hurt when I chew.
Dramatic and shit.
I was like, whatever. I be having to feed him. So I'm like, hurry up. Just open your mouth. Eat it. He's like, I don't want
Airplane
anymore.
and shit.
Fucking airplane. I don't do that shit no more. I just be like, open your fucking mouth. Nah, I don't curse at him though. But yes, open your mouth, eat this food now.
Yeah. Shit be all
It's
cold.
like, why
Like,
is it do be freezing? I'm like, how are you still eating? You've had the food for 40 minutes. Mind you, you have 5 chicken nuggets. and some potatoes.
Right? And it ain't
What's
even
the
hot.
problem? He'd be like, I need more ketchup. No, the fuck you don't. No.
How much ketchup do you want, my G? Like, what are you doing?
He eats it. He just
You're
eats the
not even gonna
ketchup.
taste the chicken no more. Like,
No, he just
dang.
eats the ketchup by itself. Just on a spoon or on his finger, he just eats the ketchup.
Man, that's
Yeah, he's
crazy.
gross. I know. It's gross.
Hopefully, when I have some kids, my kids will eat, and maybe that part of me would, come out of them. Because I eat my food, but this motherfucker right here just, whew.
That is hilarious. No. The drunk aunts and uncles though, man.
Yeah,
Like they made your life growing up. If you ain't
no,
have the
on
drunk aunts and
everything.
uncles, man, you had a boring childhood.
No, for real. They used to be just talking shit for no reason, just talking shit to
Yes.
people. Yo, that used to be embarrassing though sometimes.
But then you ever had them sit there, they be talking about somebody, and then that person knock on the door or ring the bell because they invited them over to hang out with them that night, and then they just let them in, and it's like, but you literally was just you that and her husband be fucking cheating on her, and she don't know how to cook. Her chicken always soggy. Like they just be saying, "Wow, shit." They was trying to come take her kids, right? And then she
Right,
ring the bell. Hey, girl.
right.
Come on.
Doo-doo-doo.
You
Yeah.
what drink you want? And you be sitting like a kid, like, was they
Yo,
not like, is this what friends is about? And
right.
that's when you learn your
Yeah,
family is toxic.
right.
That's when you learn.
That's when you understand. That's when you get it. And I hate when they tell stories about somebody cheating because I hate that word. They be like, yeah, so such and such was screwing. What? First off,
That was their favorite word, screwing.
first
And
off,
you don't
what
know
is
what
that?
they talking about as a kid. You like, what? Screwing. You start figuring it out though. Wait, speaking of drunk aunts and uncles though, did y'all ever get to sneak a sip of the drink?
Oh shit, you
Because they
already
just was
know.
so drunk that they wasn't
Yup.
paying attention.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. She used to be burning the shit out your chest.
That's why we fucked up now.
Burn the fuck out your chest.
That is why 8 years old in the living room stealing drinks for no
Right.
reason.
Walking around that motherfucker feeling a little buzzed and shit. Yo, we used to
My
do the
gosh.
most. Like I
No,
remember
seriously.
we fucking I was living with my dad and me and my cousins, everybody has that when you walk out to go smoke, come back high as fuck. Man, we did that shit one time. We came, but we went, um, walked out, went back to the house, and we had got a bottle of liquor, headed in my room. So we in my room, hitting the bottle, boom, and ran my dad busting the door, boom, shit, move, I slid the bottle under the bed, boom, and we just sitting there like, yo, he like, what y'all doing? Just, nothing. We just, we just talking. And parents be knowing, like them old heads be
Mm-hmm.
knowing you doing some shit. Like he
Mm-hmm.
knew we was doing some shit because that nigga kept coming back in the room. My cousin was fucking getting drunk and laying down on the floor and eating all the fucking food. Like she used to bust down the chicken
No.
wings. Like it was just.
That's hilarious. Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, I mean,
That's
did y'all do that when
hilarious.
you walk off when it's a family function, come back fucked up?
Yeah, yeah, and the thing is, like for most of us, our parents smoked too,
Mm-hmm.
so they would be in the house smoking. Obviously, we would be too young, so we couldn't. But we wouldn't really get caught like that because by the time you come back, they fucked up too, so they
Yeah.
don't realize that you fucked up. And by the time we were in that age where we were smoking, we would roll up in there, find the cousin that you're trying to find. Yo, what's good? Walk out, go do what we gotta do, come back. And we would just come back to get food. Like we would come back, get a plate of
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
and be like, yeah, I'm going back outside. Cause that's what we used to do. We used to just be outside in the courtyard and
Yep.
shit like that, or
Yep.
even in the hallways of their buildings. So nobody knew, like, unless you was like said, unless you like inside the room. What we used to get caught with though is when we were a little bit younger, we used to get caught being up at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning when we were supposed to be sleeping. And here come
Yeah.
my cousin's mom coming. Why the fuck y'all still up? Y'all being loud as shit. I'm trying to sleep. All right, we going to sleep. No, we not. We about to keep playing video games.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So did y'all play pranks when y'all was younger?
The only thing we really did was the knocking shit. Like we
Oh
used
yeah.
to go, especially like in my aunt's building. There was like one floor where most of the African families lived at,
Mhm.
and I don't know. It was this one family that I don't know if it was something they were cooking or what, but they used to have this particular odor. So
Mhm.
we just used to go to their floor, really, and we bang their doors and then hop on the elevator or just run through the hallway, go to the staircase and leave. Like before they came to
Yeah.
the door, they start cursing us out. But I mean, that was it, really. We didn't do no real pranks though.
I mean, we played too much. Like we always got in trouble. My aunt used to be like, "Y'all play too fucking much." That was her line. Like we knew we played too much. So my cousin, one of my cousins was asleep. They brother and sister. So my older cousin told her, put ketchup on his hand and pretty much make him slap himself. That
Mhm.
old trick, right?
Mhm.
So she did it. She put ketchup in the nigga hand. We used a little feather. He woke up. Boom, smacked himself. He like, up to. So he got mad and was like, I'm telling auntie. So he got up, went, told my auntie, and my uncle pissed off, get in here. So we go in there, and it was like, Renee told me to do it. I think it was me and my other cousin told her to do it. And so what ended up happening was my aunt had got a back scratcher, the
Mhm.
wooden ones, the wooden ones that they got. So she's like, hold your hand out. And
Oh.
she was like, she told me and my cousin to spell ketchup. And every letter, she hit her.
Oh my
And if we fucked
god.
up ketchup, we couldn't
She
spell
started
ketchup.
over. So she made you
We,
start over.
yeah, yo, we kept, every time we fucked up ketchup, she kept hitting her. Boom. That's not how you spell it. And we like, Ketu. Pow, that's not how you spell ketchup. So she crying like a motherfucker because we can't spell ketchup for shit. So it wasn't, I guess it wasn't
Y'all
that
should
we
have
didn't
called
know
me.
how.
I was a spelling bee champ.
I think we was nervous for her, so we kept fucking it up. So she got hit. She got hit spelling the word ketchup. So every time we fucked it up as an extra hit, all right, with the KET what? I say some shit, something else, boom, smacked her. And we had to get that shit right. So she didn't have to keep getting her hands beat. Bro, to this day, I know her hands. She probably can't stand ketchup.
To this day.
And she probably can't stand the back scratcher. And it's the same cousin I'm telling you about that
I
used to
didn't
sit
eat.
at the table. Yeah.
So she didn't eat and she got her hands fucked up over ketchup prank. That's why she couldn't eat. Her hands didn't work.
I'm surprised she don't hate us to this day. She should hate us.
Yo, that's crazy. Now I
Like,
used to get my god sisters and their cousins. I used to get them in trouble at my godmother's house because, like I said, like nobody knew that I was like a part of the
yeah,
crew, a part of
exactly.
the
That's how I
kids
was.
that was
Yeah.
doing shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing. I'd come in and be quiet and whatever and be the nice, loving goddaughter and
Respectful,
all of
yeah.
that. I remember one time my godmother was living in Queens. She had a house and shit, and all of us was over because she always would get everybody for the weekend. Like she had everybody at her house. She like my grandmother had a daycare, everything. So just kids always. So she always come get me. And then like if I wasn't at my aunt's house on one weekend, then I was there on another. I was basically like an only child. Like they weren't at home. So I
Yeah.
always needed to go somewhere. Like let me be with the other kids. I don't want to be here doing shit. So it was like
Right.
one time we were all at my godmother's house and we used to go outside and play fucking games and do dumb shit. And one time they wanted to take, it was like bushes, bushes in front of the house and shit, like on the lawn or whatever. And my cousins had this idea, oh, let's do the he loves me not with the leaves of the of the bushes, right?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, somebody had just got in trouble, like early that day. Somebody got in trouble for something, which is why we got kicked out the house and we had to go outside to play, right? So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I know this is not a good idea, but fuck it, this is what they want to do. Let's do it. So we start fucking picking leaves and shit, and we picking the leaves, and everybody's going, he loves me not, he loves me first, or don't know who the fuck we talking about. Don't make got no boyfriend, right? We're
Right.
like 8 and 9 years old, but we're like throwing the
Dead
leaves
ass.
on the
Yeah.
lawn, okay? Just on the lawn, just throwing all these leaves. And at some point, my godmother came to look out the door to check on us, and she just sees like her whole fucking lawn covered in all of these leaves. And mind you, we took like these were like big leaves that we took, so we're breaking the leaves in half on top of that and throwing them. He loves me not. So I, for some reason, have this sixth sense where I usually know when an adult is coming,
Mm-hmm.
especially when we're doing shit we're not supposed to be doing. So I saw when the door was opening and everything. And unfortunately, I didn't warn anybody, okay? I didn't say
Oh
shit to
shit.
nobody. Nope. All I did was I dropped what I had real quick and I went and started doing something else.
Savage, yo.
She
What the
came
hell?
out. At first, she split off because she's like, who are you talking about? Who loves you? Who loves you not? You know I don't play that shit, okay? Right?
Right.
And I'm just over there, whatever toy, whatever I had, I'm over there just doing some shit, whatever, right? And I'm standing there like, man, y'all really, tell y'all about that shit, you know? Like, I'm just so pure, I don't know nothing about this. And then she saw the leaves, and you did what?
Flip the
Are
fuck
you
out.
crazy? All of y'all, come get this plastic bag. Pick up every single one of these leaves off my grass right now. And I'm standing there, and she turns to me and she's like, and you might as well just come inside right now, Tasha, because, you know, they gonna be out here for a minute, okay? See? And this is why I love my God, baby. And blah, blah. And I'm just there, and they looking at me like, this little bitch, you know you was with us. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna see y'all inside.
Yo, you ain't shit.
I
Yo.
know I was a fucked up little kid. I'm not even gonna lie. I was.
Yo, you ain't shit for that,
I'm
bro.
not. I'm not. And
Yo.
I'm pretty sure none of my god sisters and their cousins listen to my podcast, so they're not gonna know. And if y'all do, well, my bad. You know, that was a long time ago though. So
Let it go.
pretty much.
Let it go.
I still
No.
love y'all.
That yo, you I think as a kid, you know, with your cousins and shit, them to me, I think that is your first best friends. Some
It
of them.
is.
Um, we used to do some dumb shit like laughing during prayer.
Nope, I cannot do that at my godmother's house. Like at my aunt's house, it wasn't a big thing, but my godmother was. I wish I would. Like I had church clothes at her house and everything because I didn't go to church at home. But at her house, you damn sure went to church. You better not be laughing. You better say grace. What?
Yo, we OD. Like we used to do some dumb shit, like literally laugh. My aunt, I don't know if y'all can. My aunt was looking at me. Look, cause we started laughing, and you know that they got that face, yo. That face, I can't even make it, motherfucker. But you know what I'm talking about. That face where you know, yeah,
They
that
look
one
up and they
right
be
there.
like,
That way, you just like, damn, I'm
got
about to get
caught.
my ass beat. And yep, sure enough, after that, she went off. Why the fuck y'all laughing? Like, yo, wait, you was just so holier than thou.
No, not when you make fun of God. And that's what
And
they
now
say.
you
You
curse.
want to make fun of God,
Who's doing
ma'am?
that, fam?
I actually was making fun of you. If you really want to know, it wasn't God. It was you.
Exactly. Like we used to do some dumbass shit. That shit used to be fun, but
Oh my
those the part. That's the
God.
part of family that I miss, and
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna forever cherish and hope that that continues with the next generation. You know.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I feel too. Like, you know, when we were younger, we were all just together. And
Yeah.
then just start growing up and start growing apart,
Part. Yeah.
unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I said, like some of them because they stayed living around each other though. Like a lot of my cousins, like my aunts, they all lived like in the same building in the Bronx. So my cousins
Yeah.
literally they grew up around each other, and I was all the way in Brooklyn. So after a while, once junior high and like high school, once I started high school and stuff, I wasn't there. Like
Right.
my
Right.
father wasn't going to visit like that, but also it was like, well, I got my own life now. Y'all got y'all whole life together. up there, so it is what it is. And now it's like, hey, like I said,
Right.
I still talk to some of them, but it's not, it's not, it's not like it used to be,
Right. At
unfortunately.
all. And people change. You know, some people change, man. You know, you got some relatives that think they're better than others. You got some that just go
I
down a
guess that's
different
me.
path. You know, you know, you got people that go to everybody's go down different paths,
Hmm.
and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and it's just I don't know. It just depends on
It
you.
just is. It is what it is. But let
It's a
me
part of
clarify.
life.
Like when I say I guess that's me, it doesn't mean that I think that I'm better than them. It's more so like that's how it's perceived. You
Yeah,
know that I think that I am, but I'm. That's like the furthest thing
yeah,
from my mind. It's just difference. Just
yeah.
different, and I don't wish to. I don't want to conform. Like as a kid, yeah, I want to be with my cousins. I want to hang out. So I want y'all to like me. But as an adult, nah, like if I'm not into what y'all into, that's just
That's
it
it.
is what it
Yeah.
is, unfortunately. And I think people got to realize that sometimes that shit happens and it's okay.
Mhm.
Like you can't be mad at your family for growing. We grow up and we grow into the people that we are meant to be, and sometimes we just grow apart, and it just is what it is.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly, man. It's that whole family thing. It's a trip. It's so much up, so much down, good shit, bad. But it's just a part of life, and it's
Ugly,
an
a lot
area
of ugly.
ugly, a lot of ugly,
It's a
and
lot
it's
of ugly.
another area that you want to grow in. You know,
I don't
for
know too quick
your
though.
own
No, I'm
self.
joking. No,
I mean, for your own self, so you don't
no, I'm
carry some of
joking.
that toxic shit
No,
within your
yeah.
own family that you
But you
create.
know
You know?
what? Sometimes that means letting family members go, like
Yeah. Mhm.
siblings.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
yeah, you thought you was gonna get away. No, no, no. Don't you know no good?
Don't
You're
you
not
know
getting
no
away this
good?
episode without hitting the sibling part.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. We gonna
you
hit that for
know,
sure.
we share one thing in common in
Mhm.
being the youngest siblings of our
Yes.
tribes,
Yes.
and I think that that's probably why we are the black sheeps.
Mhm.
Um, and I know for me, shit, I've gone from having multiple siblings to basically one in my head.
Yeah.
That's it,
Yeah.
one that I fucks with like that. Other than that, it's like everybody else, full stop.
Oh, skirt,
They
skirt.
over there. Yeah, like that's my mother's son, my mother's daughter. Like
Yeah.
this is how I refer to people now,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
You sound like my
You
sister.
know?
She does that.
Nah, it's real. Like when I'm talking to my mother, I'd be like, yeah, your daughter. Cause I ain't fucking with her like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
um I don't know. It's weird. Like, like you look at your siblings in a certain view, a certain light, a certain
Mhm.
view, especially growing up, right? Your older siblings, like, oh, you
Mhm.
cool, whatever.
Right.
You start to get older, you start to realize you messy. Oh,
Right.
that's what you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you become a full adult and you be like, oh, you just a liar.
Right.
Okay. Oh,
You
and
ain't
you
shit.
manipulated me. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, you got me thinking you done did X, Y, and Z for me, but no, you was really doing the shit for yourself. And now you're just a victim, and I don't got time for your bullshit.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Oh yeah. It, like me, I think I always try to stay even kill with my siblings.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to get too upset with them. I try not to over expect things from
Mm-hmm.
them. You know, I try to stay even kill, but I feel like sometimes too, as the younger sibling, we got pressure too. You know, a lot of people think the older sibling got pressure.
Nope.
I think the younger, I think we got some type of pressure too, though.
We
You
do,
know,
because most of the time our older siblings fuck up
yeah.
in life.
Mhm.
And our parents look to us to say, first of all, they put way more restraint on us
Mhm.
because of what our siblings did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we like stuck.
Right.
You can't fucking go around the corner without know how long you're gonna be there and who you're gonna be with, and you better make sure you come in 5 minutes.
Right.
um
Street
and
lights.
then yeah, and then you have the expectations of, well, they ain't really do shit with their life, what you gonna do? And it's like,
Yes. Yes.
maybe I wanted to do shit too.
Right. Well, maybe I didn't want to be shit. Maybe I just wanted to, party and bullshit.
Right,
But now
maybe
you
I
have
wanted
that.
to be a city girl.
Right, right, exactly. That's true. And but the one thing I can say too about, being a young is I've personally learned a lot. Um, I've looked at my older sibling mistakes and was like, yeah, nigga, I'm not doing what you did. You feel
Me
me? Like,
too. It's so funny. Like, if my sister does happen to listen, I don't want her to take it the wrong way. And I think, even I'm pretty sure I've told her this before. Probably not as blatantly though, but we're pretty open and honest with each other. But like, no lie, like when I was younger, like my sisters, because I have multiple siblings technically, but
hmm
as far as like my mother and my father together as one, I only have two sisters. Everybody else is like, my mom has one son from her previous marriage, and then my father, I'm just saying, my father was born in 1944. My father was a Rolling Stone. I have siblings that are 50 years old right now.
She,
Yeah, like my father had, I think, about 5 or 6 baby mothers. Okay, it's a
damn,
lot of
he was
siblings.
getting it.
Yeah, and a lot of them don't know really, or I only met them like one time, or we're just like social media acquaintances and stuff like that. So for
Yeah,
me, when I talk about my siblings, I really only talk about my two sisters because that's who I grew up with. Um, and whatever. I mean, my other sister from my dad, she's in the mix too, but I only saw her when I was younger. Like she would come over for the summer and stuff. But growing up, we don't have a real bond. So I have my two sisters, and I used to look at them like I used to literally call them my reverse role models. That's how I used to refer to them when I was young.
right.
I'd be like, man, those are my reverse role models. And people would be like, what? I'm like, basically, everything that they are doing right now, I don't want to be when I grow up. And I'm using that as the motivation to make sure, that I go down a totally different path
Yeah,
because man, they had some rough
they
lives
did
and
some
I didn't
shit.
want
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I didn't want it. And I mean, I can say part of it worked
hmm
because I didn't have a child when I was 19 or 20. I was 27. Like, niggas thought I wasn't going to have no kids because I used to say it. I used to be like, I'm good. I grew up with my nephews. Like, I felt
Yeah.
like I raised kids. So I used to be like, no, I'm good. I don't need children. And then when I was finally pregnant, I'm like, oh, I thought this day was never going to come. Like, hold on.
You
Like,
like, shut your ass up.
hello, back in the days, this is the normal age to happen. Like, I'm only
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
Relax. Like,
hmm
let me ease my way into this shit.
Right.
Live my life a little bit. I mean, I still fucked up some shit, but I feel
You
like it
gotta
wasn't
learn.
as bad. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like watching their mistakes really helped me be like, okay, no,
Swerve,
let's go that way.
swerve.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
let's go that way.
swerve. Yeah, for sure. Now I feel that for sure. I do the same thing. Like I watch what they do, and I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna go that way. And then and a lot of times they watch what I do and be like,
Yes.
shit, let me.
You're
How you
so
do that?
motivating. And I'd be like,
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
yeah. And I guess some ways, some things bounce off. I mean, my older sister, mm-mm, she ain't it. So I don't get shit from her. I just know what not to do.
Yep. I mean, I was my oldest. I've cut off completely. I don't fuck with her at all
Yeah,
anymore because she's just, you have those people in your life that they just want to be a victim forever,
yeah,
and it's just negative. And I can't, like, I can't deal with it. Like, we've all went through the same shit. We all had a rough childhood. Um, you had the longest time away from it though. Like, you're the
yeah,
oldest, so you've had the
yeah.
longest time away from the childhood that you're trying to use to continue to blame for your life being what it is. And it's like, at some point, nah, you got to get past it. Like, at some point, let's go, let's
Mhm.
get in therapy, let's acknowledge the childhood trauma, but let's push past that shit and be great. I don't want to sit around and just complain about my parents and the dumb shit they did when I was a
Right,
kid. Like,
right,
who the
right,
fuck
right.
wants to
We
do
gotta
that?
move on.
Nobody wants to do that. So I had to cut her off. Like, I can't fuck
Yeah.
with you because you just, you are not it right now, hunty.
And I don't even know what the deal is with me and us and my older sister. She just, I don't know, she just does her own thing, and then I'm not with it, whatever she got going on. So
Mm-hmm.
rather me force a relationship, I choose not to. And she got my number.
Mm-hmm.
She can get to me if she want to. She hasn't, and I'm not gonna be the nigga to chase her. Like, I'm not doing it.
Yep. I
Nah,
try to
but
be humble with my sister too.
yeah,
I try to like text her
me
when it was
too.
her birthday, but I guess she must have changed her number or something, so it never went through. And then she played herself, and she went and she wrote some shit on Facebook, just like an old nigga does. And I tried my best to not respond to it. You remember, because I texted you that shit. I was like, nigga,
Yeah, you
look
did.
at this shit. And I said some shit. Then she said some more shit. And then one of my cousins popped in and he was like, yo, can y'all like not do this? And I was like, you know what? You right. You right. I got pulled out my character real quick. The fucked up part is that neither one of us will remove each other as friends though. I snoozed her on Facebook. But to me, I'm like, it's not that serious to me where like I need to remove you from my social media.
Yeah,
But also I know that it's gonna be some shit that I'm gonna end up hearing from my mother, you know? Oh,
yeah,
she said, and I would be like, what the fuck? We wouldn't even talk to each other on this. So what do you mean she said? But
yeah.
you know how it is. People always want to go running to the parents
Social,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah. But I was like, wow, you pulled a social media move. That's cool. You
yeah,
called out all of the children. That's cool.
yeah. You was looking for something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talking
and
about fucking kids. Is she the worst one?
see, that's what I be talking
And
about.
if you
Like,
secretly listening to my shit, I'm talking about you. So what?
you know what it is.
So
Yeah,
what?
like I be trying to be the mediator. I try to be the mediator, make sure everybody nice and cool, and I be the nigga to get cussed out.
Yep. That's why I
What?
stopped.
What?
That's why I stopped.
What you cussing me out for?
Because you speak the truth. If you don't take everybody's side, then that's what happens. You become the
Yeah,
enemy. So they curse you out. So I had to stop all that too.
yeah. Like, child,
You stupid. You pulled the child on me.
you better go on about your business. I ain't the
No, and
one.
it's true. And it's like, unfortunately, I hate when that happens. Like sibling relationships, those
Mm-hmm.
be the most strained relationships sometimes.
Yo,
Like,
seriously.
especially if you grew up in like a not so great home, like if your childhood wasn't really that great and maybe like your moms and pops had shit going on.
Yeah, yeah,
Y'all grow up and your relationships are strained. Like my other sister,
yeah.
we we've had up and downs too. Like, I mean, what siblings don't. There's always a
Right.
period of time where one's not talking to the other and blah blah whatever whatever. But then,
Yep.
finally we just got our shit together. We talked about it. We both are in therapy, so it works. The other one, she don't want to do the work, so it's like, oh well, guess you just gonna have to miss out because ain't nobody trying to stay around negative Nancy all the time.
Right, exactly. It's true. It's something that you constantly, for me, I constantly try to work on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if having a relationship with, a certain sibling ain't a part of my growth, it's not, you know,
Excuse me.
helping me, then I'm gonna remove myself,
Yeah,
you know?
I look
If
at
you,
all relationships that way, honestly. Like now,
yeah,
like
for
especially since
sure.
I've been in therapy for the last 2 years, like I look at it like how I was talking about with the friends last week.
Same
Like
thing.
now
Yeah.
I have a different scope that I
Mhm.
use, and it's like you
Mhm.
said, like if it's not bettering me or it's not like adding to the betterment of me, or just giving me a different outlet, I guess you will, where I can give off some energy, but I'm also going to get something positive back. If I'm not getting any of that from the relationship, I don't want it and I don't need
Right.
it. And guess
Yeah.
what? I'm going to say bye because I don't
I'm
need
out.
that negativity when I'm
Yeah.
trying to like level up.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it. I get it. So
And it's okay. That's the thing. Like we
it
need to normalize it being okay. Like we
yeah.
need to normalize like not fucking with your family members if they're toxic.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's true. And I mean parents and all when I say that.
Parents and all.
Parents and all. Parents and all. I hear stories about a lot of parents or some parents, not a lot, some parents that always want to use that I brought you in this world. I could
My
take
mother
you
used to
out.
do that.
You better respect me. But you're not respecting
Yes.
me.
RESPECT.
And I don't have my parents, so I unfortunately, well, I don't know if that'd be unfortunate. Y'all get what I'm saying. I don't have to deal with that. Um,
It's unfortunate, okay, because
yeah,
they're not here, so it is unfortunate. Damn
It's
it.
unfortunate, but it's fortunate that if they were, I probably wouldn't have to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen it growing up, with some friends and some family where the relationship with them, especially like mother and daughter, be all strained and shit. You know,
Yeah. Let me tell you, mother and daughter. So funny you say that. I literally was talking to your wife earlier, and I told her, I was like, your mother told me that she loved me more than my own mother ever had. And
that's
it's not
crazy.
that my mother is this terrible, mean person, but my mother is Puerto Rican. My mother comes from a certain era, and they don't show emotions,
Hmm.
unfortunately. My mom, for her, she's not telling you she loves you unless some wild shit is happening. Like she thinks you about to die or something. Now she loves you. Other than that, she's not gonna say shit. But she's gonna expect a phone call. Well,
Yeah.
you can call me because I'm your mother. So that means you can't call me. Like, what do you? Hello. Like it's been a lot of work
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
part of my mom and I,
Yeah.
because I'd cut her off for a while too. I was like, well, if you can't give me what I need, whatever. And then
Yeah.
recently, I reassessed it and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to accept her as she is,
Hmm.
not have any expectations,
Yeah.
realize that I can't have the relationship I would like to have with her. However, acknowledge at the same time I would be very distraught if something happened to her
Right.
and I wasn't
Right.
talking to her. Before I used to be ignorant. I don't care. I'm not talking to her. So what if something happens? But life happens and you start to realize, you know what? certain certain relationships, they are worth you having to they're worth the compromise. Like you have to compromise in every relationship.
Right.
Romantic, friendships, family, you have to compromise, right?
That's true.
Now, if the other party is not willing to compromise, well then fine. That's when your boundaries come in. But on my end, like, I know what my mother is. Like she's emotionally strained, she's mentally ill a little bit. So I know what her limits are. I know how far she can go. And I know what she is offering to me now, that's the most she can offer me. So what am I
Hmm.
gonna do? Am I gonna be rude and say, well, listen, old lady, fuck you? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm
Right.
gonna be
Right.
like, you
Right.
know what?
Oh.
Let me compromise. I'll call you every 2 weeks. I'll hold a conversation with you for a while. It might be rough on me for a while, but hey, it's something. And I don't know. I think it's important to like just recognize when the compromise is important, and then recognize when the boundary is important. Like when
Right.
you just need to
Right.
put that boundary down and say, you know what, I did all I can do.
Right. And be able to distinguish the two.
Yes.
Sometimes you can't distinguish the two. People don't. They can't. Make it out. So I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it. Like I said, it's just something that a part of life. Again, I like using that line, a part of life, because shit. But it's just an area that people, you need to grow in and try to figure it out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know?
It's strange. It really is. But
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I feel like it would get better in time
Yeah, yeah. And
because
it usually
our
does.
generation is working on healing. Like we're working on healing ourselves. Like in our
Yes,
generation, like
yes.
we're like doing the work. We're going to therapy and all of that. So I feel like we're gonna be creating those better relationships, and we allow our kids to come talk to people rather than just, well, I created you. Shut up.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. All that type of
Do
stuff. So
what
I
I
feel
say, and
like
that's it. Mm-hmm.
right, and that's it. Don't ask me no questions. Well, what the fuck you
Right.
mean? Well, maybe I don't understand what you're telling me to do. Why can't I ask you no questions?
I'm not trying to
You
be
know,
disrespectful. Yeah.
right. So I feel like, with our age group, the work that we're doing in the way that we're starting to like approach our children and those relationships, that maybe in a couple of years the dynamic will start to change. Um, Within our Black community and the way our relationships are
Yeah.
between the parents and the kids, at least
Yeah.
I hope so.
And that's true. I do see that within our generation also, where we're trying to be in tune with our feelings and stuff, to our emotions and stuff like that. And the old heads, they know and
Mm-hmm.
know and know. They're not,
Yeah, it's like no emotion at all.
exactly, exactly. So hopefully it does continue to get better, and we all continue to grow and be positive, more positive, more positivity.
Yeah, we need it, man. We need
So,
positivity, especially right
man,
now.
we hit y'all with a lot tonight.
We did, we did. You know, it started off shaky with the internet. Don't know what the hell that was about. You know, and we came back around. You know, I hit y'all with a little philosophical shit. You know, like I always
Good,
do. You know,
good.
but no, you know, I hope you take our gems tonight. You know, you really
Mm-hmm.
apply it to life. You know, if you do have a rough relationship somewhere in your family, you know, hopefully something we say can help you distinguish how to move forward with it, you
Mm-hmm.
know, whether it's compromise or boundaries.
Yes.
But either way, I hope, you know, it was an enjoyable episode for you.
Yes, because it was funny as hell to me. I'm just
It
saying.
was, I know. I can't help it, man. I can't help it, you know. I think, are we ending our season with this
um,
episode? Or you just want to
man.
just go through and just say fuck a season?
I think I think we might give him another episode or two
Okay,
and
okay.
end it in a season and come back, reassess
Come back in
everything,
a
and
couple of weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll give y'all some more fire. Let us get it
Yeah,
together.
I
We'll be
mean, you know,
back.
let us know. What do you guys think? You
What
know,
you
in
want?
the
Like, what do y'all want
season,
to hear?
should we take a couple of weeks off and then come back? You know,
Yeah.
what type of topics do you want us to talk about? Because we be freestyling this shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
We really do.
None of this is written.
You
None of
know,
this is
just let
written.
us know.
Nothing is written. We
None of it.
just
Sometimes we don't even know the topic until the
for
day
real.
of.
We talk about it like right. You just go in
Oh
the
my
office like, what we talking
god.
about today? I bet
Yep.
it's freestyle. So
Pretty much. And
for
then I
now,
take a sip of wine and then we press start.
go. We on go mode. So make sure y'all go ahead and
Pretty
follow us on
much.
all of our social media platforms
Please.
and
On the
our
day that
YouTube.
this episode's drop, please make sure you go and tell me happy birthday, okay?
Yes. Spam it up, man.
No, but seriously, thank you for listening. And you know, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Peace. Wait, hold on. What
Okay,
can they
wait.
follow us at?
Oh, oops, haha. So Instagram.
I almost forgot.
Nah, so you know, Instagram's unfiltered sentiments. Facebook is unfiltered sentiments podcast. Still don't know why I put it that way, but whatever. Um, YouTube. I didn't make the YouTube.
It's
You did.
unfiltered
What is it's
sentiments.
just
Yeah.
unfiltered sentiments?
Yeah.
Unfiltered sentiments.
Yeah.
Doop doop doop. And then you
Yeah.
know we got our personals. You know, Tosh Divine,
Yep. Ray
Ray
G.
G.
Yep.
Check out the sister podcast, Laker Realm. Was it Laker
Yes.
Realm
It's going
podcast? Okay.
crazy.
You know, she's like
Yes.
mad famous and shit, live streaming on networks and shit like that. You know,
You making me blush.
I'm just saying, you know, black girl magic. Hello. Okay.
Listen, y'all, real quick, look at what made appearance.
This nigga pulled out the motherfucking back scratcher. Woo! I hope your cousin's not watching. You probably done gave her PTSD now.
Oh man,
The
that's
back
funny.
scratcher.
I'm done with y'all, man. We're gonna see y'all in the next episode. We
I
out.
holla.